And while we're through the worst of the weather on Oahu for now, as Carly mentioned, you could still feel some of its impacts for your day ahead. Our reporter Robert Buan joins us live from Mapunapuna to see what may be awaiting your morning commute. Robert, I know this area is usually prone to flooding.
Yeah, it totally is. And you're right about the wet roadways. I think that's the one thing that stood out with what you were just mentioning to me, is that everywhere I drove, coming from the station right downtown, coming all the way over to this part of town, and now I'm actually right over by Honolulu Cookie Company. I came down over by Sand Island. Thinking about some of those areas that are high traffic, that are low lying, where it's susceptible to having the standing water, it's really surprising that we actually are in pretty good shape. So I'll just stand back here a little bit so you can see a little bit what we're talking about with some of the standing water here right on Sand Island, where you can see the morning commute definitely starting to pick up, but there is some of the ponding that is definitely more into the drainage areas. So that's some of the good news there as far as what you're looking at in your commute. Of course, part of the problems were caused with the traffic last night with the rolling blackouts that you were just talking about. I went through that Punch Bowl Vineyard intersection about 45 minutes ago, and it was operational. Things are still pretty good there. But yeah, definitely remains to be seen if there will be if the rain continues later this morning, which it is not right now, then there may be a little more of the problems that we were seeing from yesterday. Definitely not the same scope or scale, which is the good news, but of course talking about how you want to make sure that you want to be careful on some of these wet roadways. You're spot on there. So yeah, usually in the news business, Leo, we talk about traffic and weather together. This is not what we're talking about typically, but it is today, at least to start our Tuesday morning. We're going to keep an eye on what other slick and ponded areas there may be around town. Robert Buan, Island News.